Hey guys, Caleb here, and welcome back to yet another video. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different, something that hasn't really been on this channel in a while. Mega Man content. As you guys know, a couple days ago, the Mega Man ZX Legacy Collection dropped. This has actually reignited my spark and love for pretty much everything that Mega Man is. I haven't really been playing it too much on stream. Obviously, I haven't really made too much YouTube content. It's mainly been like Final Fantasy and other that stupid shit. But the remake is going to be pretty cool, let's be honest. But it's been a while, and honestly, I feel pretty good. I've been feeling really good on stream, and I've been looking forward to making this video, quite frankly. So let's go ahead and get into it. A couple days ago, Mega Man ZX Legacy Collection dropped. And what that is Mega Man 0, 1 through 4, and ZX Advent, which were all for the handheld. This was really kind of a surprise. We didn't really expect that. We obviously expected like Mega Man Classic Legacy and Mega Man X Legacy, which I also reviewed. But this was a little different because these were exclusively for the handheld. And then, the 0, 1 through 4 were for the Game Boy Advance, and then ZX and ZX Advent were both for the DS. And then, I guess, 0, 1 through 4 were technically for the DS as well because of the collection that they released a long time ago. But this is a whole new thing. Check this out. So right off the bat, you have this amazing title screen. Mega Man ZX Zero Collection, Legacy Collection. You got Zero, and you got Vent or Ale, whoever you pick, and it just screams play me. So let's just get right into it. I mean, you got the background and everything, it just looks so sick. And then you go into it, and then you get to choose, right? And you got this remix, man, and dude, it's just so awesome. But I'm more of a fan of ZX, so I just chose this first. So there's different stuff in this game than the original one. You have the gallery, the music player, the options, and all that stuff. But there are two things that this version actually does exclusively, and that is casual scenario mode, which actually kind of dumbs down the difficulty a little bit. And then you have save assist, which actually puts save points kind of frequently throughout the level and just makes it overall easier. So it's just a little easier because these are hard games and people tend to be a little bad at them, like myself. And then you can obviously select the version, Rockman or Rockman Advent, which you can do in the Zero series, but these games didn't actually have a Japanese release. So anyway, so right off the bat, whenever I first popped this game in, I was just like, this is awesome. Because previous Legacy collections, they had all these really cool features and just everything just looks so much better. So let's actually get into how the games play. And I'm actually going to make a really interesting comparison to the X Legacy collection. As far as the games play and feel, all that, it's very similar to how the original games play, if not better. Now, the interesting comparison that I was talking about whenever I was talking about X Legacy Collection was the fact that there was input lag, an input delay in your game. And that is no bueno for us, because we do not like input delay. This game, however, it's a game in itself, and I believe the Legacy Collection for Classic and the X games were ports. They were emulated. So at times the colors got washed out and there was input delay, and people were very not happy with how that was going. So this game, took that and then basically said no. So it's a way better experience in my opinion. I would actually be safe to say that these games are as good, if not better, than the original versions, just because they look good. It just feels so nice to not have to play on a Game Boy Advance or a DS or whatever. You can use, control of your choice, which is kind of a big deal, because the DS buttons were ass. And the Game Boy Advance was fine too, but let's be honest, some of the buttons were very small and unpleasant. And then, you know, as a kid, so yeah, I do strongly feel, and even for like a speedrunner who wanted to use this version, I would even so confidently say that a speedrunner could definitely use this version to either run or learn or anything like that they want to, because it just feels so genuine. And I am so happy with that. And again, no input delay. Huge. So let's go ahead and get into the other aesthetics. You can choose whichever kind of screen type you want. I mean, this is pretty big. If you stream without like a camera or something like that, or I'm doing like raw footage, you know, this is fine. I like to play with 2 because I got a camera on the screen to fit my fat head on there. And then type 3, you know, it looks good and everything. You know, the smaller resolution and all that. And then type 4 just is like, whoa, that's just too much, bro. Yeah, calm down. Okay, just relax. And then you have the filters, which the filters to type 1 is very similar to how it would be if you were to play this on an emulator, how you have like the smooth edges. I'm not really a big fan of that. And then this is kind of weird. You have type 2 as if you were playing on a CRT, so you can see like the little fuzzies in the background like that. And I just think that kind of looks odd, so I just choose to not play with the filter on. And look how good the game looks, guys. I mean, come on. This is just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And then you have the awesome background to complement it all. So I am more than happy with how everything just flows together. So I talked about the Zero series, and it's kind of limited to what you can do, I guess, per se. However, the DS versions of the game actually have even more features to them. Since these games are equipped with a touchscreen, normally, you don't even have to use them anymore. You see that bottom right-hand corner? That is the actual touchscreen, and that is a setting that I actually equipped on there, and you can hardly even see it. And then you can actually hit left trigger to just completely disable it. So this is a brand new experience for playing Mega Man ZX if you played these a bunch, and I just think it's just completely awesome. So how to actually do this is you go to editor. How do you do this? Oh yeah, position. So you can actually do this right here, and you know, much like the other settings with the Zero games, you can actually put the gameplay and everything like that wherever you want. This is just awful. Don't do that. But how to do what I did, you can actually put the touchscreen on the gameplay, right? Which seems really obstructing because you're just right in the middle of it all. However, what you can actually do is not only adjust the size of the touchscreen, which is wow. Imagine playing with this big thing on the screen. That is just awful. But hey, it's an option if you want to use it, I suppose. And how you actually move the quote-unquote stylus is you actually use the right analog stick, and that does everything. So you, again, this is a completely brand new way to play these games. Now, to actually remove it completely, what you have to do is have a setting to where the touchscreen is actually on the screen. Like, for example, type 6, doesn't really matter. And then you put sub display, you can put it to small. And the transparency actually doesn't really matter because all you have to do is just hit L2 and boom, it's gone. So this is a completely new way to play Mega Man ZX in ZX Advent. So, I mean, come on, this is just wonderful. So another option that you have with playing ZX and ZX Advent, you have the ability to actually change the voiceovers. And you have original and mastered. Original is, well, as you know them, but mastered, it completely, essentially remasters like the original voiceover, and they can actually be heard and they sound good. Let me give you a quick comparison, for example. So to give you a quick comparison, this is the original.
This is one tough nut to crack, but I'm almost there. Yes! Got it! We're in. Not again! It looks like this isn't it either. I was hoping we'd find it on the first try.
As you can see, or well, hear, the voices sound a little bit muffled, like, you know, if you're like talking underwater and you really can't quite hear what everybody's saying, and you know, it doesn't really sound that good. Yeah, it kind of sounds like that. Now let's go ahead and do a comparison to the mastered version, which is quite the difference.
This is one tough nut to crack, but I'm almost there. Yes! Got it! We're in. Not again! It looks like this isn't it either. I was hoping we'd find it on the first try and show it off to the guys back at Hunter's Camp.
So that's like a huge difference. It actually sounds audible. Not that it was inaudible before, but it actually sounds really good. And it's just like those little tiny touches that they add to the collection that just make it that much better. And it's just like a bunch of little small things that just like make it so much more enjoyable to play. Not that ZX Advent is the strong game of the series of this collection, but hey, it makes it at least a little more bearable. So next I want to talk about the bonus features, the stuff that's not actually in the game originally. Let's go ahead and take a look at the music player. So you have the music player going, and it looks really nice, very much similar to the Mega Man X Legacy one. So I really like this, and then you can just switch, and it's not like when you select the ZX series, it doesn't allow you to select the 0 ones. You can select everything. And there's actually tracks exclusive, much like X Legacy Collection. So that's pretty cool. Definitely want to give those a work. But you can select everything. But oh man, this soundtrack right here is just absolutely amazing. And then you have the gallery. So it just shows all the really cool posters and everything like that that are kind of featured in the other Legacy collections, you know, whether concept art or what have you. And there's a particular poster right here that just, oh, I want that so badly. It looks so good. My God, that is perfection right there. And then last you have bonus cards. Now, these look kind of non-functional, just kind of like little things, but you can actually use these. Now, you see the Z in the bottom right-hand corner of the text, or the bottom, guys, I can't talk. The top right-hand corner of the box. Now, if it says Z, it enables it. Now, if you can see what it says. It modifies the design of the elevator, and then right here modifies the design of the message window. And you can just enable them, and I believe it's only in 03, but they actually adjust aesthetics in the game, and it's really cool. Like this one right here. Increases the power of Buster Shot. Yes. Causes the mysterious elf to appear in the resistance base, so like Phantom could be there. Increases the power of Recoil Rod. Like, all these things that you just have, and you can just kind of enable them all, and then you'll have like a completely new experience like playing Mega Man 03. So a good example here is one of the changes, like the text boxes almost look like it's in Windows 95. And it's very quite weird, but it's just one of those things that is just there. And then right here, after you do the first mission, you have a Mega Man Battle Network poster right there. And then a poster of her. So it's super cool. Just all these like little tiny things that just aren't normally in the game. you can just have them put in there. And then another example right here, this elevator looks entirely different. And there's actually another setting to where you can make it entirely wood. And it just looks weird, but it's just these little aesthetics that you can adjust. And it's just so super cool. And I think that was a really nice touch on Capcom's part to add little things like that. So we talked about the bulk of the gameplay, the features, everything else, right? Bonus features, how well it runs, aesthetics, all that stuff. There's one more thing to talk about, and that is what's called Z-Chaser. Z-Chaser actually allows you to take levels and then beat them as quickly as possible based on your modifications, whatever you want equipped. You can actually submit times on the leaderboards or race locally. Like if you had another controller with somebody sitting next to you, you could actually race somebody in real time right next to you. So that's actually really cool. Let me show you more. So this is what it looks like. You have Single Chaser, which is single player mode, Double Chaser, which is the two-player thing that I was talking about, and then World Record Chaser, like literally chasing a world record. And you can pick levels based on your difficulty and the game of your choice. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, you can only pick 2 levels per game, which kind of sucks, but it's fine, I suppose. And then what you can do is just view the rankings like this, and you can actually see what the fastest time would be. The game's not really been out that long, so there's not really that many times up yet, but just for the sake of it, you can actually watch the person's replay. And you can just see like what they do, different kind of strategies and all that stuff. So it's like a really nice feature. What also comes equipped with this is kind of default settings. I believe your health bar is completely maxed. You end the level at S rank no matter what, and you pretty much have everything in the game that you want. So you just play through the level like you normally would, go as fast as you can, and this is obviously the final level of Mega Man 03, so he's got all the EX skills, obviously just completely thrashing this boss. But like I said, unfortunately there are only 2 levels per game, which kind of sucks, because it would have really been cool to have a time attack much like Mega Man 11. If there was anything Mega Man 11 did right, which they did do a lot of, it was their time attack. And you could literally do time attack to practice speedrun. And you could look at other people's times and adopt strats and actually become way better. And it was super awesome. And unfortunately, this just doesn't have that. You can pick the difficulty, and these are all like different kind of times or whatever that obviously scale. And I believe these are the ghost that you have to beat, the ghost records that are pre-done. And so that's like something you can actually do, but unfortunately you can only pick 2 levels, which is really unfortunate. Hopefully later in maybe an addition they will add more, or maybe like an actual practice mode for people who want to speedrun the games, because I do feel that this is a really good version to speedrun the game on. So, and guys, that just about sums up today's video of the Mega Man ZX Collection, Legacy Collection, my bad. And I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's only $30, so it's not that much. Definitely if you're a big fan of the Zero and the ZX games, like I'm just a big fan of anything Mega Man, and I'm just a sucker for it, so buy it no matter what. But anyway, if you're a massive fan of them, definitely go and check it out. You will not be disappointed, because it is just completely brand new experience. All these little features that you've never experienced before. It'll give you different whole style, an experience. So I would definitely check that out whenever you can. People were asking about different sort of collections in the future, like Battle Network or Legends. It's really hard to say what Capcom's next move is going to be. With this game coming out, it's possible they could maybe make another one to, add on to the series. I really doubt it, but like I said in my previous video, I was talking about Mega Man X9 being a huge possibility, so this could just be them buying time and releasing that, but I don't really know. I really doubt there's going to be a Battle Network collection, although it would be really cool if they did apply the same kind of remastering techniques like they did with Battle Network 5 on the DS, the Double Team DS from Proto Man or whatever that was. That was pretty neat. But they would have to do that with all the games, which would cost more money, and they could actually add Network Transmission to that, which is a platformer. If you guys have never heard of it, probably haven't. It's a decent game. It's cool. Maybe want to check it out. It's got really good music. That's about it, though. Anyway, so I don't really know of anything like that, but I do really like this game. Go ahead and check it out. And thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you like the content, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and my Twitch, and more importantly, don't forget to sub to the YouTube channel. Thank you.